Well, we're about to start on our veggie garden patch, so I thought I'd make a bit of a video on it, at least with the initial part of it. We've got our raised garden beds that we bought. I'll video them in a second, just show you them and show you what they look like. We're planning out what we're going to do with them, where we're exactly going to put them. But yeah, we thought we might just make a bit of a video, show you what we've done in the process, because this is the first time we've ever really done veggie garden like this, and we've been wanting to do it for quite a while, and we thought, well, it's good to sort of show that you know, if you're anyone like us and you aren't really garden experts as such, although we've been doing a lot more with gardening, it's a great little project to get involved and do, and it's not that hard, and it hasn't really cost us that much money neither. And yeah, we really enjoyed the process of even just the researching and looking it up and working out how we're going to do this. So yeah, really recommend that you get out there and give it a go if you haven't yet already done it. And if you have, yeah, it's a great experience, as you guys probably already know. So these are our raised garden beds that we've got. We bought them online. We got them on eBay. They weren't that dear. I think we only paid about $130 odd for the two of them. They came in a box together. My wife actually put them together the other day whilst I was at work, and she's done a really good job. So she said they were pretty easy to put together. We can see how they just sort of bolt together there. It's not the thickest of metals. I'll just try and show you a little bit with regards to my fingers here. It's thick enough, it does the job. They weren't dear, so we're not looking at them to last forever. But this is all, the edging here is all metal. Some of these can be plastic, but these are all metal. And as you can see from the design, they're quite well done. It keeps all the dirt in, seals it up nicely. They haven't got any centre bracing. Some have the centre bracing across here. They're 90 centimetres in width, and I think about 2 metres in length. This is sort of the side of our house. It gets pretty good sun coverage here throughout most of the day, so we've decided to put it here. Also, the ground is fairly level just where we've got them, and I've always sort of felt veggie patches can be, I don't want to say they're messy, but as you work on them and you're doing things with them, you might have to put clothing over the plants and having lattice working that up. I've sort of put it in a more what I call utilitarian area of the yard, where it's not such an unsightly thing, I suppose. But the most important thing with a veggie patch is just making sure that it's in a good area for growing and making sure you get plenty of sun on them. We've got dirt left over from our front garden project. We'll be putting that in as like a base layer of dirt. And we've got some good compost mix that we've just bought, because we haven't yet got a compost really going, well established. Well, we talked a bit about the, I suppose you'd say the compost that we got. We bought some for just the top, because we don't have our own compost at the moment. This is what we got. We got this Botanica organic soil mixture. We got these in a 50 litre bag. They call the jumbo size, and they worked out to be pretty good value. We've got 4 bags. We'll just be doing the sort of the top layer with this, but yeah, it's sort of basically it's a get go straight away, as it says there on the top there. No mess, no mixing, plant straight into. So I think this is a great way to just sort of get things going. You know, you're working with a product that's probably at a good standard. I'm not saying it's the best, but I'm not saying it's the worst. That's the thing. It's a good thing to start with. You've got a good baseline, and as I say, we're going to be working on doing some of our actual own composting and trying to utilise that better, and I think you'll obviously get better results. So yeah, that was the compost or dirt soil top that we're using. These are the stakes I've got. I've got 4 of them so far. I don't know if we'll use them all yet. These weren't that dear. I was going to try and make some just myself, but I didn't actually have any timber in that sort of rough size. A lot of the stuff we had was either bigger or a lot smaller. It wasn't really suitable. But the idea with this is we're going to use this for doing the framing for the wire for the peas, and as you can see, it's probably roughly about an inch square. They're about, I think they're 1.2 metres. If we just get the end there, you can see that they've already got the the steak side already done. Look, these aren't hard to make yourself. I think we paid, might have only been about $3 or so each for them, but that's what we'll use for now. And I'm planning just to attach the wire to them. We might make them a little shorter yet, I don't know. So we're just here planting our seeds at the moment. What seeds are we doing at the moment? Oh, we're doing the broccoli. So just a Yates broccoli summer green, even though we'll be trying to grow it in winter. That's how we do things around here. But it actually is a suitable. We're in the green zone there. If I can just get it to focus. Late spring to summer, but autumn to winter, and we're really up in that top section there, autumn and winter just. So for us, it'll be all right to do. So we're just going through, putting a few seeds in each little one. I don't know if you can actually see that. That might be a little bit better. We can sort of see in there. We're just planting them there. Again, we're not experts, but surely it's not that hard. And yeah, we'll get these established, and eventually these will go into the veggie patch. So we're just in the other compartments here. We're just planting the silver beet. This is the silver beet here that we're using. So we've just, my wife's gone through with a finger and made a little indentation in each one, and we've just put some seeds in each one. They always recommend generally put more than one seed in, because if something happens, at least one of the seeds may germinate from that, and it will grow. And of course we're going to use all this in the veggie patch as well. The best thing to do is to try and get your seeds a little bit established well like this, and then once they're ready we'll plant them in. So yeah, that's some of the other goodies that we're putting in. Yeah, we're just using the spray here. It's a Hills. It's been lovingly displayed there by my wife, for watering in these seeds, because you don't want too much pressure. You don't want to dislodge the seeds and all that in the mix there. As I say, we're just using the Searles premium potting mix. So it's not necessarily the right thing to use, but it's all we had. There is proper mixes you can use for helping you with your seeds, and we'll probably have to get some of that in future, but we're working with what we have. And yeah, just give it a nice dousing in water there, and it's probably good to use this way of watering your seedlings as they mature as well, because a hose or a tap can have too much water and dislodge all the soil. And these are some ones that we've already purchased that have grown, so yeah, we're just giving them a bit of a water. As we can see, the little peas there do need a water, and they, in the heat that we're having, we're in autumn, but we've been having 30 odd degree days still here, and they dry out really quick. You've almost got to water these every day. So once we get them in the actual garden, it probably won't be so bad once they establish, but just at the moment while they're this young, you really want to make sure you give them a good water. And we find that this is the best way to do it, where you're not washing them with like literally flooding them with a hose. It's better to use something soft and gentle on them like this. So yeah, and that's what we're doing. And don't worry, we don't use that the Weber stain there for cooking. Well, a couple of days have passed since we filmed last, and we actually built the garden beds up. We've added the dirt. We also added the mulch that we had. We've basically just placed this in the garden beds, the raised garden beds that we bought off eBay, and yeah, we just got a fork and mixed it and blended it a little bit on towards the top of the surface, more so with the mulch. So we didn't go too deep, but we did mix it through, and we wet it to try and compact the soil, because the soil was quite fluffy and light and aerated. So we've just done that to try and sink it down a bit. But yeah, they've come up pretty good. We've got to do a little bit more work yet with them. We'll be hopefully planting the plants in the next day or two. I've got a trellis and a couple of things to do yet. We're not sure yet if we'll, in this one here, do any peas or not. We'll probably do some of the higher ones here, because we have a clothesline just here. Although it's out of the way, it might just be better to have sort of shorter ones there. So we've got a couple of tomatoes that we'll probably put around in this one here. We're not sure yet on the way we'll plant, but yeah, we'll probably make those decisions on the fly. The beds have been pretty good. We're pretty happy with them. the only thing with them is as you can see with the length, I don't know if it comes out really well, you can see it sort of bulged. It's bulged out there a little bit like that with the dirt, but in saying that, it's nice and solid still. It's holding, and they haven't let too much soil or anything out when we wet the dirt. The corners seem nice and secure, as we can see maybe here. The dirt's staying in there nice and well. We haven't really had too much come out at all. It's been really good actually. So yeah, really happy with them. So here we are. The veggie garden's all done. What we've got in here is I can't remember everything. My wife planted quite a few of these things, so I'm not really sure exactly, but we've got tomatoes over here. We've got some capsicums and that around here, some lettuce and that here, and just some herbs and that we had left over, spring onions and some parsley and that from a previous little garden bed that we had with our herbs. And if we move over to the other one over here, this is where we've got our wire for the peas, and we've got them planted just along the back over here, and there's about 6 of them in there. And then we've just got some broccoli over in here, and then in here we've got some I can't remember exactly what we got planted in there, we've managed to plan out quite well, I think, with what we've got with the space. These beds, as I said, they're 2 meters in length and about 90 centimeters in width there. So we've got about 4 meters of garden all up, and yeah, as you can see with the afternoon sun just coming out, they've had pretty good coverage. They get sun pretty well from around about 9 o'clock in the morning onwards. And yeah, they've turned out really good. I will just show you the wiring, what we did. It was very simple. We got 2 posts from the hardware store, and I've cut the wire, and all I've done is just basically wired it around and hooked it around. It's probably better ways in which to do it, but I've just done it as a nice quick, and it's holding pretty well. The idea is when we finish, we'll just roll these into each other, and then I can just unroll it and use it again next time. And I've got another set that I can also do for this garden here if need be. But yeah, it should all come up good. We'll do a little video once it's all progressed a little bit. Hopefully we don't kill too much of it, and we get some nice rewards with regards to our produce from it. Anyway, we'll give you a little update as we go. Thanks, bye.